Hello and welcome back to the Zodiac Trial. I hope you're ready for another familiar announcement. With a total of 3 prayers, the great draconic gods have heeded the group's wishes and strike down sheep. Okay. No. Oh. A simple word. Sheep said it, and she immediately passed out onto the ground. Not from the collar, but from shock. But this was a lucky break. It made her usually painful death rather painless. I averted my eyes. I had no urge to watch someone like her die. But in my head I prayed that she was secretly a monster who would try to kill us. After a beat, Bunny walked over and picked up Sheep's tablet. A few seconds later, he sighed. A weak personality. Not victorious. Not defeated. Another pointless death. Damn it. I was really sure about her. Dog, you voted for Sheep? I already said I suspected her, didn't I? Who else voted for her? I did. As did I. I voted for Bunny. Me? You're looking for an apology, you're not getting one. I voted for Dog. As did I. My oh my, I'm so unpopular. People who make dumb accusations are suspicious. Just because I was wrong doesn't make it dumb. Sheep wasn't with us anymore, so he couldn't ask who she voted for. Instead, a silence took over the room. Or you can only know that she didn't vote for Dog, because otherwise it would have been a draw. There was an uncomfortableness in the air. What was there to say? We had tried to debate it, and we had gotten it wrong. It was also notable that Dog, the person who accused Sheep, had gotten the second most votes. Accusations brought suspicion on the accuser. Because of that, no one wanted to speak first. After a while, however, Dog spoke up. I think we should vote for Mouse. What? What? Sorry, Mouse, I don't mean you any disrespect. I just can't trust you. It seems like you're always up to something. You called me over to vote for someone. What was it, 3 times? Something like that? You just seem like a schemer. Yeah, I mean, if someone had voted against me twice in a row, I'd vote them out as well. Seem like a schemer? What the hell does that mean? And this is Rich coming from the guy who was outside the library group when the dead people had their tablets taken away. Rich coming from the guy who was supposed to vote for Dragon in the first cycle. Mouse, where are these accusations coming from? You're not just saying things about Dog because he accused you, are you? What? Of course not. In that case, why didn't you speak up earlier? That's... Save it, you guys. We need to start voting again. The cycle's almost over. Okay, got it. But... It was no use. There was no time. Dog had made his accusation right before we needed to cycle out of the bathroom and input our votes. I voted against Dog, obviously, hoping people would listen. But there was a sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach. When I heard my tablet speak, I could feel my heart dropping. Come on, don't say it. With a total of 3 prayers, the great draconic gods have heeded the group's wishes and strike down Mouse. Fuck! I lunged at Dog, the perpetrator of my execution. I did not get far, however, before the blades entered my throat and I began to squirm. I fell on the ground and writhed. Writhed. In death, I was like a worm, both in how I looked and in the respect I commanded. Then I fell to the floor. Mouse the worm. Death via unpopularity. 5 of diamonds. When few are left, the prayer symbol will help the popular. By that same token, the traitors will look to eliminate people they view as potential threats. Mouse needs to be aware of her social game early if she doesn't want it biting her in the ass later. After all, reputation is everything in life. Oh. That's just game over, I guess. Alright. So basically you can now start over again. Wait, death cards. Ah, that's interesting. So you get a new card for every time you die, of a different method, I guess. Which leads us to an interesting point, which is, do we want to continue and start over, and maybe skip through some of the early dialogue to, make it get to decisions again a bit quicker. Which I have to say, probably I'll do one more. I'll do one more time. I'll skip through dialogue we've seen before, generally. Um, so what are these buttons? Yes, skipping through. Okay, so I think we've asked all of those previously, so we'll just skip through those. Yes. That's nice that they can just skip through all of those dialogue options you've seen before. Now we get back into here. And I think our first choice afterwards is who we go with. Oh no, who we talk to. That's interesting because I don't remember. I think we talked to Snake, didn't we? We talked to him about chess. And Dog didn't like us apparently. So why don't we talk to Dog? Or did we? I think we talked to multiple people. I think we had the chance here to talk to multiple people. Then again, I think if we did talk to Snake and Dog, both of those tried to kill us. So, well, technically Snake tried to kill Dragon first, but we were in the group that, he wanted dead. Maybe. Or we'll just choose something differently, right? Ox, Dragon, and Monkey? Sure. It appeared Dragon and Monkey were having something of an argument, while Ox was mediating the two. I still think we just smashed through the front door. Patience is a virtue, Dragon. Your point? What do you think my point is? Your point better not be what I think it is, or I'm going to slug you in the face. Dragon, could you behave yourself for 5 minutes? In response, Dragon stomped viciously on Ox's foot. Ox grabbed his foot and began swearing up a storm. Dragon, I feel you have a tendency to resort to violence when it isn't needed. Anyone ever tell you you're a real shitty dog? I'm just trying to figure out where it stems from. Why? What's it to you? Curiosity. Oh, so you're therapizing me because you're bored? Is that an issue? In response, Dragon stomped viciously on Monkey's foot. On second thought, I decided not to engage with that group. Better to talk with somebody who wouldn't attack me at the drop of a dime. I guess we'll talk to Pig and Horse. We definitely didn't talk to those earlier. Personally, this moment of rest was enough for me to realize that I was incredibly hungry and thirsty. When I saw Horse and Pig addressing this problem, I decided to join them. Well, these water fountains seem to work well enough. It is the cafeteria at a high school, after all. The problem comes with finding food. Maybe the kitchen has some stuff? I already checked over there. It's empty. Ah, then what do we do? Right over there, the vending machines, they've got some snacks. Hey, you're right. Not the healthiest of meals. Honestly, at this point, I'd eat up just about anything. But there's a problem. How are you even going to get to the snacks? I mean, it's a vending machine. I don't suppose you happen to have any change on you. I checked my pockets, then shook my head. Well, maybe someone else had money on them when they were taken. No need. Stand back. I didn't even have time to process his warning before he took 3 running strides and put his foot through the vending machine's glass. In a glorious instant, the barrier separating me from my meal fell apart, pieces scattering everywhere. There you go. Oh my god, that was so cool. You just ran up and bam, like some sort of tank or something out of a superhero comic. How strong are you? That's incredible. Hardly. No, you really are. That was fantastic to watch. And without you, I'd be starving. I mean, to be real, I didn't want to be a pain or anything, but I was really hungry. Well, I'm just glad I can be useful. Are you okay? You just shattered a ton of glass with your foot. With my boot, and my pants go down to my boot. I'm fine. Look. Horse gestured to his kicking leg. Sure enough, other than a slight tear in his pant leg, he looked pretty much unscathed. Wow. Impressed, I headed over to the loot and grabbed a handful of snacks. Pig and Horse followed suit, and we sat down at one of the nearby tables. Man, did vending machines used to have food this good? Because I feel like they definitely didn't. Who knows, maybe it's just due to the hunger and the fear and all that. Seriously, Horse, that was really impressive. I already told you, it was nothing. But I'm curious, how did you get that strong? Because, like, you're super, super strong, unnaturally so. Thanks. It's a compliment, trust me. Anyways, answer the question. Well, I work for a construction company, so I do a lot of physical labor day in, day out. Carry heavy things for long enough, you get used to it. Honestly, work feels more like a workout, which is just fine with me. Construction company, huh? That sounds interesting. Why do you choose to work there? No real deep reason, really. Why does anyone work? I need income. I chose construction work because I'm a moron who's not capable enough for a lot of higher functioning jobs. That's not true. Well, no it is. You don't know me, so I don't know how you can make an objection here. I'm not saying that construction workers are all dumb. Plenty of my coworkers are smart enough to be teaching at colleges. I'm just saying personally, I'm dumb and I get along fine at the job. The pay's reliable, the work's simple and fulfilling. I was looking for work and thought, hey, that seems pretty good, and I'm pretty strong. I should give that a try. I thought you said that you got strong after working at the construction company for a while? Oh, right. I mean, I wasn't weak before I started working there. I went to the gym regularly. No real reason why. But I guess I've been kind of strong for a while. It just meant I didn't really develop my muscles until I got my job there. Being a construction worker sounds nice. I could never do something like that, obviously, but I like the idea of it. A nice straightforward job that stays the same every day. I mean, a construction worker's job doesn't stay the same every day. People aren't just... whatever. I'm guessing your job is a little more hectic then? Huh, job. I wish it was that simple. What do you mean? I make my living through a hodgepodge of miscellaneous commissions and part-time gigs. How much I get paid depends on how much work I'm able to find and do. Huh? How's that work? Well, back in college I got the bright idea that I didn't want to have some boring normal job. I thought I could make more than enough by doing things online. That's been kind of a disaster, but I'm kind of making it work if only by juggling 1,000 projects. What kind of projects? Well, I do a lot of investigative research, write commissioned articles for a lot of different websites, read think pieces or pop culture takedowns of current events. I also have my own blog, which makes piss poor ad revenue, but it's got a fair enough following, seeing as it's only a scattered assortment of random essay topics I think of in my free time. I'm also something of a graphic designer, so a lot of people will hire me for small projects, helping make their things look pretty. I've also got some video editing experience, so I handle things of that nature whenever I can. Oh, and I guess on a couple of podcasts. That's most of it, usually. Man, how do you possibly manage all of that? Copious amounts of day planners and caffeine. Sounds like a nightmare to me. I'm not cut out for that sort of life. Sometimes I wonder if I'm either. Well, why don't you get a normal job then? I mean, with all of this, your resume should look pretty packed, right? Well, I don't know about that. I'm not sure working for just one company on their schedule really suits me. I mean, I know I complain about how I make my living, but I do enjoy it deep down. Yeah, I can understand that. Law school is rarely fun, but I'm pretty firm in what I want to do in life. So you're still in school? Yes, but I'm almost done with it. Law school takes a while, you know? Makes sense. It's good that you're becoming a lawyer. We need good lawyers. That's a rare take, but I'm thankful for it. I'll try to be. It was nice to take a break to eat and drink. Still, I ought to talk with as many people as I can while I still have the chance. However, before I could talk to anyone else, an announcement was played over the speakers. Yes, I think that's now the usual again. So we'll skip past that. And we'll go to the next decision. Yeah. They're currently talking about who Brian is. We could... Okay, who to search with? We can accept Ox's offer, we can go with Horse and Sheep, or we can go with Snake and Rooster. I think... not completely sure anymore. We definitely didn't go with Horse and Sheep. I definitely would not have chosen that option in my first playthrough. I think we took Ox's offer to go to the library, but then we went to the computer and didn't accept whatever he was showing us. So I'd be interested in what he had to show, actually. So we'll go with Ox, and we'll see what he has. Look at what Ox is referring to. I walked over to Ox. So what is it? This book didn't follow the proper Dewey Decimal System. You noticed that? I was looking for something like that. Anyways, I opened it and I found this.
Ox held up a small black disc. What's that?
I'm not sure. When I first saw it, I thought it'd be an item, but there doesn't appear to be an input code on it, which the Jade Emperor mentioned items have.
Well, that's a bummer. So where exactly was this?
The book actually had the center of its pages cut out, turning it into a makeshift hidey hole. That's kind of neat. Kind of cliche. I've seen something like that in a number of cases at this point. Brian wasn't really original in his hiding spots, was he?
That's really what you're going to nitpick in all of this?
Anyways, there was also a weird message written in red inside the compartment.
You probably should have started with that.
It read, "I've stolen blood from my kin."
Ooh, weird.
Weird indeed.
Any idea what that could mean?
I was telling you about it, hoping you would.
Sorry, I can't really think of anything.
Then it appears we're at an impasse.
But this is definitely something, right?
Perhaps. Or perhaps it could simply be a red herring.
Seems kind of elaborate for a red herring.
No one's accused Brian of not being elaborate. Anyways, the round's running out of time. We should probably get back to the cafeteria then.
I guess we should.
You input your actions for this round in this room, then come join us.
I will.
With that, Ox walked out of the room. Okay. Yeah, press the button to run and we continue. Who to search with? Alright, I think we went with Bunny and Dog, I'm pretty sure. We went into the auditorium, I think, where the safe was. We definitely didn't go with Tiger and Dragon. Yeah, we definitely went with Bunny and Dog. Was it that one though? I think we were two instances where we were with Bunny and Dog. Found something. I mean, Dog was in the end the one who betrayed me, in quotation marks, so... What? I mean, I betrayed him first, to be honest, but... Who do we join? Let's join Tiger and Dragon. Let's just try and join as many people as possible, although we haven't joined Bunny and Dog in this scenario. And we have been around Dragon. But yeah, as I said, we joined Bunny and Dog this last time, so I want to do something different. So Tiger and Dragon it is. I decided Tiger and Dragon seemed like the safest people to explore with.
Alright, great to have you. Let's see if she can really pull her weight.
The two certainly made for an intimidating pair. However, I was confident in my choice.
Let's not waste any time then. These minor trinkets aren't going to find themselves.
Everyone, same deal as last time. Before the end of the round, remember to input a move and meet back up here.
Yeah, we don't need to tell us twice. Now come on girls, let's go.
Dragon confidently headed towards the right-hand stairs. Tiger didn't seem to have any objections in blindly following her, and I wasn't going to raise any either. I was curious where we were heading, however, since she carried herself with an amount of certainty that I wasn't expecting.
Hey, Dragon? What? You seem to have an idea in mind of where we're going to search first. Any reason for that? On my way to the cafeteria, I saw that there was a gymnasium over here. After hearing about how these item things are hid with a sense of deliberacy, I figured that the gym's the sort of place where you'd think to hide something. At any rate, it seems a bit more likely than some random classroom, don't you think? Makes sense to me. Spot on thinking, Dragon. God, do you always have to be so damn cheerful? It really starts to get grating after a while. Oh, I don't know about that. Who wouldn't want compliments? I know I certainly would want them. That's supposed to be a dig at my attitude, huh? Got something you want to say to me? No, not at all. I was just... Oh my god, I do not care about this whatsoever. This is like the most meaningless argument I've heard today so far. Let's just get a move on.
And with that, we continued on towards the gymnasium in silence. When we arrived, I immediately realized how big a space we'd be searching.
Not a bad place. No kidding, this place seems really well maintained.
I imagine you two have good memories from PE? The moment I said that, the two of them noticeably winced.
Well, not really, no. Yeah, me neither.
Really? Why?
Well, I actually never had PE.
You didn't?
What school did you go to? Homeschooled, actually. No kidding, how'd that happen? Well, that's kind of a long story without much of a payoff. Still, that's incredible. I thought you said you went to the Olympics? What does that have to do with anything? There are plenty of homeschooled Olympians. Anyways, it's kind of weird, but that's just the way it is. Consequently, I've never really had PE before. Huh. But what about sports like basketball? You play much of that? I imagine you'd be good at it. Yeah, well, I used to. Not anymore? Nah, no. Too busy, unfortunately. I realized that it was way more important to be chasing my dreams than to spend time playing silly games.
Go on, Tiger.
Is that all? It looked like there was more we wanted to say about it. No, that's it. If there was more, I would have said more. Oh, okay then. Anyways, what about you, Dragon? Didn't look like you were too keen on PE either. Those memories weren't the best, I'll admit. That came at a particularly low point in my life. A low point in your life? I don't believe it. Believe it. There was a real stretch of time when I was pretty weak shit. My school had a pretty cohesive unit in charge, and somehow I wound up as their target. The bullying was relentless, and PE was often a chance to take it out on me, physically without repercussion. That's horrible. It's not like I'm special for that. Those fuckers pretty much picked on people across the board. But man, there was this one night when I was actually out on town with them. It had taken a while, but I had actually befriended the clique leader's girlfriend. I had the shittiest timing in terms of when to hang out with them. It just had to be that night when it happened. When what happened? Apparently those assholes had ticked off the wrong guy at our school. His cousin was the leader of this gang. A ferocious fighter nicknamed the Night Devil, wore a mask and everything. Mask? I know, crazy, right? Anyways, even though I was the only one to land a hit in, I was somehow blamed for letting us get our asses kicked. Next week in PE, we were practicing dodgeball. You can fill in the gaps. Oof. Dragon, I'm so sorry. Don't be. Those were all necessary experiences, taught me some hard lessons. A little after that, I was queen of that fucking hellhole. Yeah, that's the spirit.
Something told me that accomplishment might not be something to praise, but I kept that thought to myself.
I can't say I had any experiences like yours, but I was no fan of PE either. I'm like super weak, I suck at most things physical. No way, that's just because you haven't tried it all. Yeah, pretty much I've never really worked out. I'm not saying I can't get fit or anything. That's the spirit. Okay, let's cut it out. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but we just pissed away some time we could be using to search this place. Right, let's get to work.
We began to spread out and search for anything that looked like it could be a hint. It wasn't long before Tiger called out to us.
Hey guys, over here. I found a lock on this supply closet. Yeah, that's what supply closets have. No, I mean a lock that clearly doesn't belong on it. I mean, it kinda looks weird. Tiger's right, there's a weird message written on it. There is? How do you not know that? You found it! I kinda stopped looking when I saw the lock. Christ. Anyways, it says, "What's up, you filthy animals?" Rude. It's definitely from that prick Brian, alright? Which means there's definitely something of value behind that door. A mere door stands between us and an item, eh? I bet I could smash it down. What? No. Why not? You could injure yourself. Besides, do you really think you break down a door just like that with no tools to help? A door like this? Totally. Stand back, I'll burst it open with one charge. And hear me out here, maybe you just look for the key first? That doesn't sound as exciting of a solution. We'll go with Mercer's way for now. We don't find the key soon, we go with yours. Sound good, Tiger? Alright, fine. Good. The key is almost certainly here in the gymnasium as well. If we split up, we'll find it for sure.
And split up we did. All three of us walked around the gym looking for any sign of a key. Unfortunately, we struggled to find anything. This was pointless. Where on earth could Brian have hidden it? Was it not in the gym? I thought it must be because that would make sense, but maybe not. I needed to focus. Everything I had seen from Brian so far suggested he loved to be clever. The lock must have some clue. What did it say? What's up, filthy animals? What's up? I looked around at the ceiling, trying to spot anything out of the ordinary. There. What? There on that grating, the key's taped up. Oh yeah, you're right. Nice catch, Mouse. Oh, it was nothing.
The real question is how the hell we're supposed to get it. It's so damn high. I could try throwing something at it. What good would that do? It's taped there. Is there a ladder around? Do you see a ladder? Oh. What if we climbed on each other's shoulders? What? Do you really think that would work? It absolutely would work. It'd be a pain in the ass, but maybe. I call being second highest though, not being the support. Obviously. But even if we climb on each other's shoulders, would we be able to reach it? It's really high up. I found a stack of field hockey sticks. Mouse, if you climb on my back, who will be on Tiger's back, and try to hit at it with a field hockey stick, maybe you can knock it down. This sounds like a really dumb plan. I got a better one. Off we go. Watch it, would ya? Keep your foot out of my face, or so help me God I will end you. Look, it's difficult to climb up you two while keeping a hold of a field hockey stick. I mean, you should have just given the field hockey stick to Tiger, who would then give it to you after you've climbed up. But, well, logical thinking is not the strong suit of this group in particular, I've realized that. Tiger, you okay down there? Me? Oh, not a problem. Just focus on getting the key down. I'm trying to hit at it, but it's a little hard with all the sway. Not me. Damn it, how much do you weigh, Mouse? Dragon, get it together. Wait, I think I've got it. The key fell to the floor. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Awesome. Now, how do we get down? Yep, that's how. Well, that sucked. Yeah, at least we got the key out of it though. Maybe we should have let Tiger just knock the door down. I told you. No use reflecting on the past. Time to open this bad boy up and see what's inside. I used the key to open the lock. As it fell to the floor, the lock actually broke apart. Weird, was that part of its design? No matter, it was no longer holding the door closed. Now I could see what Brian was hiding from us. I opened the door. What the? This is... weapons cache? Tiger was right. The room was filled with weapons. A pistol, another pistol, a sniper rifle, an assault rifle. A sledgehammer, a taser, a vial of poison, a grenade? What the hell? Why is all this stuff here? What, does Brian expect us to use this? Why on earth would we need it? I get it. What? You can't use your tablet if you're dead, right? And you can't come in last if you're the only one racing. That's... It appeared Dragon had already thought of this possibility. If you're scared of losing, of coming in last, there was one real-world option you could take to correct that. A brutal option, a horrible option, an unthinkable option. An option Brian apparently thought could happen. Where would a kid like Brian even get all this stuff? It's a lot easier to get a hold of weapons in this country than you'd expect. Okay, the guns and the taser and whatnot maybe, but a grenade? Poison? He's been planning this for a while. It's not impossible. We should do something about this, right? We definitely can't keep it from the others. We'll reconvene in the cafeteria and talk about what to do with it as a group. Yeah, shit. Actually, what's our time looking like? Yeah, we should go into separate rooms and then get back to the cafeteria. We don't have too much time. Alright, let's do that. And just like that, we left the makeshift arsenal unsupervised and entered separate classrooms. Without much thought, I pressed the run button, and we continue. No reason to do anything else, right? Okay, we can't continue yet. After that, I swiftly headed back to the cafeteria. Okay, so you can only skip text that you actually have seen before, which is great. Pretty much everyone else had already gathered when I arrived. Mouse, there you are. Hey, you won't believe this good news. The 2 minor trinkets have been found. 2 more minor trinkets have been found. In no small part, thanks to yours truly, you're welcome. 2 more trinkets? That's great, we should be at a total of 4 now, right? We're a third of the way there in only 2 turns of searching. Yes, that's all very well and good. Now could you all be quiet? They're about to show the race results. Why does it matter? Isn't it obvious what they'll show? Better to keep a close eye on them regardless. Well, that discussion could continue, the speakers cut on. Okay, we can skip through that. What? There is an additional rule I have yet to inform you all of. A quirk of the race, yeah. No doubt those of you who checked the information tab will have noticed you each have a personality assigned. Yep, we've read through that already though. I can't skip it though, so I'll check if there's... Oh! The ambitious? That's not what it was last time. Interesting, so there's like, maybe there's an RNG generator for personalities as well? The ambitious personality wants to finish the race in first place, just like everyone else. However, this personality type isn't content in a big old shared victory. For this person to be satisfied, no more than 3 animals can tie for first. If this condition isn't satisfied, the animal with this personality will be treated as if they have lost. They will be punished accordingly. Wait, but that means... You kidding? That's crazy. No. The other personality to take note of is the hateful personality. Unlike the other personalities, this personality doesn't actually wish to win the race. The animal with this personality wants to be in last place when the race finishes. So isn't it just the same conditions, but just a different name for the personality? If that happens, all animals except the one possessing the hateful personality and the one possessing the ambitious will be executed. However, this caveat is not applicable if first place is a tie between 9 or more animals. What a farce. Does this guy think he's fucking with us? I don't actually know if it specified that the ambitious personality also doesn't get executed in the last playthrough. It might have done, I just may have forgotten it. I apologize for not making these rules clear from the start. I fear you might think that this would have been good information to have. And you know, you're absolutely right. Therefore, to make up for keeping this from you until now, this round will be extended by 15 minutes. Use that time to regroup. And as always, choose wisely. This couldn't be happening, right? There is no way. That bastard. There was no way that was unintentional. Yeah, we've read through this. At least 2 people would have to die. Yep. Okay, nothing changed yet. People with ambitious and hateful personalities should just admit it, but obviously they're not going to do that. Yep. Nope. I remember all of this. Okay. Those words, a plague of silence came over the room. Yeah, Monkey's asking if people remember. Okay. Subconscious mind, yeah. Yeah, true. No one needs to check, no one needs to know. Okay. Oops. Alright. No other choice. Ah, yes. Dragon, Tiger, and I found a locked closet in the gym. And there were a ton of weapons stockpiled there. What? Yeah, the place looked like a damn weapons shop. It's pretty wild. Weapons? Here? Why would Brian give us that? It is a curious decision. That could be a problem. The last thing we want at this time is to give people a way to kill easily. The mere presence of those things is going to elevate the tension here tremendously. We should do something about them. Yeah, but what? You said the closet was locked. Could we relock it? Nah, the lock actually fell apart. I guess Brian did that intentionally, huh? Damn. I guess that idea is done for. Actually, we might be able to salvage it. I think locking the weapons away is probably for the best. I mean, of course it would be. The issue is that we don't have a lock. Actually, I know where we could find one. Earlier I was looking in the security office and I found an odd bike chain. It was a chain connected by a lock and it had 2 keys that went to it. We could probably use that to secure the weapons in a safe place. Nice thinking, Bunny. However, I must ask if a bike chain would be able to properly secure the gym closet. But couldn't that setup present us with some issues, logistically speaking? We definitely could run into some issues there. That's why I think we should also move the weapons to a room that can actually be locked with a chain. Come to think of it, I also stumbled across a sound studio. If I remember the place right, I think it has the right build for a chain lock. Hold on a minute, I don't like this. You're saying you found this before the rest of us? And you're saying there were 2 keys to it, right? How do we know there weren't actually 3 keys to it and you didn't swipe one beforehand? If that was the case, you'd be able to enter the room freely. I appreciate your concerns, I really do. But I have to ask, why would I just grab some random key to a random bike chain? It seems a little ridiculous to me. This all sounds like a major headache. Tiger? Look, there's a better solution than all of this. We just get someone to guard the weapons. Are you serious? It's a lot simpler, right? Sure, this person wouldn't be able to help search, but it would make sure no one could take any weapons, right? I mean, the guard would have all these weapons, so it's not like anyone could face them. Moron! If we let the ambitious or the hateful personality guard the weapons, we'd be completely screwed. What are the odds of that? Well, 1 in 6. Not particularly low. If we just choose the most trustworthy person here, there's almost no way that would happen. It seems an unnecessary risk if the chain lock plan would work. That plan seems a lot more complicated. Things could easily go wrong with it. And it's not like the lock plan wouldn't make us trust someone with the ability to get the weapons. Huh? I mean, there are 2 keys to the lock, right? What do we do with those? We could flush them down the toilet or something. And what if a minor trinket is hidden in a sound studio? What if a traitor finds more weapons elsewhere and goes on a rampage and we need to stop them? What if a third example of why we'd need to open a weapon closet happens? I don't think it'd be wise in any case to completely cut ourselves off from the weapons. But if that's the case, why not just go with a simple guard system? Mouse, what are your thoughts on this? My thoughts? What are my thoughts? Yeah, I like having a guard more than locking it up. I do agree there. I think if we have to make a leap of faith, we should just have someone guard the weapons. It's really just the simplest option. The thing is as well, with a guard you have 1 person who you're gambling on. With the keys, you have 2 keys. Well, technically you can give both of them to 1 person, in which case you're just left with the same scenario. But if you give 1 key to 1 person, then you're just adding people that you need to trust. The plan with the chain lock and everything all seems like it could get overly complicated. I have to agree. While certainly the chain lock plan is well thought out, it seems like a little much. If we can just trust 1 person, then everything should be fine. Well, if that's what the group wants, I'm not gonna argue against it. I mean, whatever gets the job done, right? If we're going with the guard plan, I say we should let Tiger be the guard. Hell yeah. I won't let you down. Why do you think it should be her? If someone's going to guard the weapons, it should be someone who can actually guard the weapons, don't you think? If a traitor decides they don't have another option but to resort to violence, we need someone there who can properly fight back. Plus, Tiger's been such a team player this whole time that I bet she'd have told us if she had the ambitious or hateful personality. Of course. I'd never turn my back on you guys. If I had the opportunity, I'd take one of those personalities for whoever has it. Laying it on a little thick, don't you think? I'm for it. Seems like a reasonable enough pick, no need to waste any more time debating it. Hold on, I don't like this one bit. Why do we need a strong guard on patrol? They don't need to be strong, they've got a bunch of weapons. Boss might be tough, but he's not going to beat someone with a gun to his chest. Kind of think giving unfiltered access to all the weapons to someone strong is a liability, since if Tiger decides to go rogue, it will be difficult to stop her. And as for being trustworthy choice, I don't buy that either. Sure, she might be all smiles on the outside, but that says nothing about whether or not she's willing to fuck us. If anything, the fact that she seems so optimistic just makes me think she's good at feeding bullshit to people. Then who'd you have as guard? Isn't it obvious? Me. Yep, that was obvious. You? Of course, I'm the only person I can trust to not fuck me. Why would I want anyone else to be guard when they could be a traitor? The fact that half of y'all aren't clamoring to be chosen astounds me. But don't get it twisted, I ain't gonna turn against y'all. I'm not like that. Besides, Tiger's better at finding things than me, so she'd be better to look for the trinkets. She was the one who found the weapons in the first place. I don't know, I don't like letting Dragon be the guard. Excuse me? I'm sorry. Actually, I think Dragon might be a wise choice. I would say she's less likely to be a traitor than Tiger. How do you figure that? If she was, I don't think she could lie about it so easily. Hey, the hell's that supposed to mean?
As for Tiger, it's hard to get a read on her, so I'm more uneasy with letting her become guard.
Hard to get a read on me?
The worst thing we could do now is devolve into an argument over something so trivial. I'd hardly call giving an arsenal's worth of weapons to someone trivial.
How about we just put it to a vote? That sounds fair, right?
That seems like it would be for the best.
Fine. All in favor of Dragon being the guard, raise your hands.
Yes. I decided to raise my hand. Dragon made a solid point about Tiger being untrustworthy. However, looking around, the only people who also raised their hand were Snake, Dragon, and Horse.
Alright, and all in favor of me being the guard?
Ox, Tiger, Bunny, Sheep, Rooster, Monkey, Dog, and Pig all raised their hands.
Then with a vote of 8 to 4, we'll let Tiger be the guard. Fucking bullshit.
That's democracy, I suppose.
Thanks to everyone who voted for me. I'll be sure to not forget you.
That's a bad sign.
Indeed.
Regardless, the group was decided. Tiger would be the guard.
So, what? Should I just go up to the closet and chill there until everything's sorted out? Is that really alright? The gym is kind of separated from the rest of the building. If something bad happened, it'd be hard to get other people.
How about we move the weapons to the front of the school? There's an office that would be good to store the weapons, and then it's right near the cafeteria, so Tiger won't be too separated from the group.
Couldn't we just keep the weapons in the cafeteria?
If it was just piled up, an avid traitor could make a run for one of the guns and fire. It's best if we put them in a room and have Tiger stand outside it.
I like Pig's idea. I looked over there earlier and it's got a nice vibe.
Then we'll go with that. And just like that, we were decided.